So, the first of 3 intimacies with nature. And I guess the term intimacy suggests behaviour, and that would be true. Moments that you couldn't really second guess. You could probably suggest that the probability of any one of these moments could be higher or lower given the location or time of the year, but to actually experience them and to be in a position to record them really must come from being familiar with your particular environment. And that in turn means rooting yourself in a certain spot, a selected spot, a spot you believe would be better than maybe other spots, but rooting yourself, allowing for an element of passiveness, letting the environment dominate you, and relaxing. As odd as it seems, the more you relent, you'll find the breathing slows, the heart rate lowers, but the perception and your senses should awaken. Slowly and surely you become more acutely aware of the patterns of life around you, and that is a key element. Patterns, certainly, routines, repeated actions, all assessed with a curious eye. The power of these moments against just a standard shot of mammal or bird, a piece of footage that could be simply affixed with the name and be attracted to the viewer just in its own right, is one thing. But it's moments such as these intimacies, these moments of caught behaviour that can really form the crux of a filmmaking storyline, micro or otherwise, but either way, become the core of a really rewarding sequence. So I suppose it's about time to introduce you to the scene. And here it is, an old, dying, decrepit limb of a living oak tree. And at the low apex of this limb you'll see a protrusion, and within that protrusion a hole. This was the nest hole for a pair of blue tits. Initially, of course, of interest because a good shot can be had of a bird, and it would be the female blue tit coming in and out of the hole with nesting material. But then this happened. Her mate appeared, and the whole dynamic changed. She started wing fluttering, a clear message to the male that she was ready to mate. And I guess with a flurry of adrenaline, the little guy tried his best, but for one reason or another, maybe her position, maybe lack of experience, it just didn't happen. I suppose you could say this was a dry run, and in fact, after witnessing this, that's exactly what I thought. If this hadn't happened, then maybe by now I'll be saving my battery life and memory on my card for another scene. But the simple fact that they had demonstrated this behaviour meant the possibility of it happening again, a second attempt, in my books was relatively high. And so instantly I decided to give it at least this whole file, and for the FZ that's a 15-minute period, and to tell you the truth, I'd have probably given it a whole other file as well, so a further 15 minutes of recording. Thankfully, only 10 minutes had passed for the male to alight on the upper limb just before his mate appeared, again this time with fur in her beak, wing fluttering at the entrance to the nest hole. His crest immediately raised. You could feel immediately that the onus was to get this done. What I didn't expect though was the manner that he would do it. Relying on all his flying skills and accuracy, the little guy managed a mid-air copulation. And all this followed by a beautiful little bit of bonding. "15 feet away, sat hunched against a dying stump on the wooden floor. Well, I couldn't be happier. It certainly goes down as a good day in the office."